Thanks for watching this short helpful video about web parts on SharePoint-Oregon.gov web pages. In this video, we'll discuss what are task boxes, how are they used, setting up a list for use by 3 task boxes, placing 3 task box web parts on a home page, and some other options available when using task boxes. If you're unfamiliar with preparing and uploading images or building lists, columns, and views, you'll want to check out these articles and videos first. Build a list and add columns, create a view, files in libraries in the uploading section, and image preparation. Some of these ideas will be shown in brief here, but for details, watch the task-specific videos. So what's a task box? A task box is a web part that references a list in the site collection to display related lists of links to some of the top tasks or pages that visitors to the site come to view or engage in. A task box may have links to various pages within a department, or links to programs within a department that in turn may use more task boxes to deliver viewers to content. A task box may also display an image appropriate to the collective commonality of the links in that box. Each of the images for task boxes used on a single page should be prepared as described in the accompanying article by being of one of the indicated aspect ratios, all of the same size, and around or less than 25 kilobytes each. The images should be uploaded to the site's images library before starting work in the task box web part. Images of different aspect ratios or sizes on the same page will provide unsatisfactory results. Remember that all images must have alt text associated with them on the page. A list being used to populate several task boxes must have at least 3 columns. So to start, build the list and call it something like task boxes or site tasks or anything appropriate to the need. Add the additional columns for the link and the box number. So add a hyperlink column and call it link. Add a choice column and call it box number. And set the choices to 1, 2, and 3. Now we can populate the list with various items that will be included in the task boxes. Each item will require an entry in all 3 columns in order to be successfully used in a task box. The title column will be the text shown for the link. The link column will hold the URL of the destination for the item, and the box number column will hold the numeric tag that will group like or related items together. Be sure to assign the same number to items that will be used in the same task box. Create a view for each task box that is to be used. Name the views obviously for ease of future maintenance. The views should be set to include items where the values in the box number column equal 1, 2, and 3 respectively. Only the list items with the appropriate box numbers should show up in each view. Verifying this by looking at each view will give you confidence that your task boxes will work the way they are intended to on the page. Placing and setting the web part. Navigate to the page where the task boxes will be installed and open the page for editing. Activate the first 1/3 width content area by clicking in it. The ribbon will activate on the Format Text tab. Switch to the Insert tab and choose Web Part. Select the Oregon category and choose Task Box and click Add. A task box web part will be placed in the first 1/3 width content area. Repeat this for the second and third 1/3 width content areas on that row. Each of the 3 content areas should now have a task box web part. The web parts start out empty, as shown. Each web part will display the links included in one of the views of the list created. So, using the drop menu for the first web part, select Edit Web Part. The web part settings screen will be shown. Give the first task box a title. This would be some signal of the commonality of the links being displayed in that box. Now choose the heading value, and this will depend on what other content might be on the page above the task boxes, but if they are at the top of the page as they usually would be, then H2 is the proper selection. Entering a web address in the task box title URL field makes the image of the task box a link to that page. Enter a task box description if desired. Browse to the image to be displayed in this task box's header. Give the image alt text. This is required if an image is used. Browse to the list this task box will reference. Choose the appropriate view of that list for this task box. Choose the title column to populate the link title field. This will be the text shown for the link. Now choose the link column to populate the link URL field. This will be the destination URL for the link. And do not adjust settings in the other tabs. Doing so may provide unexpected and undesirable results. Click OK, and the web part will now populate as instructed by the settings. Repeat that process using the appropriate view for the middle and right-hand task boxes. First, edit the web part. Set the task box options. Set the task box image options. Set the task box link options. And click OK. The second and third web parts will populate as this is completed for each of them. With that, there will be 3 functioning task boxes on the page. You may save, check in, and publish this page as is appropriate. Maintenance. Adding a list item will automatically add the item to the appropriate task box based on the value entered in the box number column. Deleting a list item will automatically remove it from the task box on the page. Task box options. You can use 4 task boxes in a row on a page. Just use the 1/4 content section row on that page and create a 4th choice option in the box number column so that list items may be assigned to a 4th group. 6, or 8 task boxes. If 6 or 8 task boxes are needed, they can be stacked in the same 1/3 or 1/4 wide content areas of the page layouts, and make sure to categorize the list and build views for the appropriate number of task boxes. If task boxes are to be used without images or without a title URL, simply do not choose a task box image or a task box title URL in the web part settings. If items might be regularly added and removed from task boxes, like for seasonal activities, demands, or deadlines, an additional column may be added to the task box list and an additional dimension added to the filter for each view. To add this kind of functionality, enter the list and choose to edit the list. Choose to add a column by clicking the small plus sign next to the column headings. And name the new column Active. And then choose the Yes/No checkbox type. Leave the default value at Yes. Click OK, and the column will be added to the list. Now be sure to check that each list item is set to Yes or No appropriately so that the items will be shown or not as needed. Now choose to stop editing the list. Open each view and choose to modify it. In each view, scroll down to the filter section and add an AND filter such that the active column is equal to Yes. This will add the condition so that a list item must have the correct box number and be tagged as Yes in the active column to be included in the view, thus in the corresponding task box. Scroll down and click OK. Now, each item in your list may be easily displayed or not as needed by simply editing that one value for an item in the list. A Yes entry allows the item to be displayed in the web part. A No entry effectively hides the item from view. If you have not already, please review the accompanying article for related videos and particulars regarding the images to be used with task boxes. Thanks for watching this video on preparing for and using task boxes in a SharePoint Oregon.gov website. For questions, please contact the Oregon eGovernment Service Desk at egovservicedesk.zendesk.com.